So my first habit is making a what sounds fun list. I don't know about you, but when I was raising kids, fall was our busiest, most chaotic season. School started, all their extracurricular activities started, and with three daughters, I was constantly running to drop someone off, pick someone up, get someone to a basketball game or a choir concert, and so it was always constant motion. But then when I became an empty nester, I just kind of didn't know what to fill my time with. So this fall, I'm determined to be a little more intentional with the things that actually bring me joy. And it's kind of like that dopamine hit that you get from social media, but with things that actually last. So on the weekends, I want to watch some college football. We're big Texas Aggie fans. Luckily, my girls live close enough that sometimes they come watch the game with us. I like to head to the farmer's market with my husband and get locally grown produce. I like to do a little fall decorating, and I do mean little. Maybe I buy a few little pumpkins, some little mums, and just a few things can really make my house feel like it's changing seasons without all the decorations that I used to haul out of the closet every year. But I do love cozying up with a good book or watching some kind of fall movie on Hallmark, things that actually bring me joy rather than just wasting time here scrolling on my phone. I'd love to know, what is your favorite thing to do in the fall? I've given you some of mine, so put in the comments what your favorite is. Now, the next habit I really want to catch on, and I want to be intentional about it. And a lot of times when we say we're going to meet friends, usually it's for a drink or for ladies' night. And if you've seen some of my other videos, I'm not really a drinker. I'm determined to socialize with friends in a healthier way, whether that means meeting them for coffee or signing up for a 5K run to go together, or just going for a walk around the neighborhood to catch up and talk. I did this a couple weeks ago and it was so great. We were walking and talking and getting our exercise in, but also just enjoying each other's company. So I'm determined, instead of let's meet for drinks, let's go for a walk. This next habit gets easier because the days are getting shorter. It's getting dark a little earlier, so I start getting ready for bed and winding down a little earlier. I think the best way to get more sleep is not really to sleep in, because a lot of times we have that hard time where we need to get up. I think the best way is to add it to the front of your night. Go to bed earlier. It feels kind of luxurious to get into that bed, maybe have a little reading time, get cozy, but really improve that sleep, because sleep is the foundation of all your health. It helps with your brain, it helps with your cravings, it just helps your body rest and reset. So instead of sleeping in, try to add more sleep to the beginning of your night. I read somewhere that an hour of sleep before midnight counts for twice as much as an hour after. So if the more you can get sleep in the beginning of the night, the better. The next habit kind of goes along with that doom scrolling. I told you in the I Quit videos that I've stopped following so many influencers. I'm being really careful about creating the scroll that I want. I want to see friends that lift me up. I want to see motivational people, and not you need to buy this, or you're not good enough if your house doesn't look like this, or if you have these clothes. I don't want to feel not good enough when I open up my phone and look at social media. So that means I either mute or unfollow a lot of people. When you do give yourself time to scroll on social media, I challenge you, unfollow or even mute people that don't lift you up and make you feel good about yourself. This next habit didn't seem possible when the kids were home, where there was always stacks of paper, things on the counter, but I have reclaimed my kitchen. The countertops I'm keeping clean. I've taken a lot of stuff off the counters and I'm not letting things pile up. I follow Cass from Clutterbug on YouTube, and she says to pretend that your counters are hot lava. And so I'm not letting things pile up. I tell myself in my head, do it now. And slowly but surely, I've made this a habit. I think I've been doing this for like 3 weeks, and I love waking up in the morning and coming to the kitchen, and there's not work waiting for me. I think getting your kitchen decluttered so that it stays clean can really give you that energy and peace that you've been looking for. This next habit I love for fall, and that's switching kind of the vegetables you're eating to in-season produce. What is in season in your area? I love getting all the different autumn squashes. This is delicata squash. I get butternut squash that's already chopped because I don't really like to cut it up. Spaghetti squash, sweet potatoes, apples. It just helps me feel, I don't know, that cozy fall feeling when we switch to that in-season produce. Love getting it at the farmer's market, like trying new recipes. This helps us get out of that meal rut and get new meals on rotation. If you're wanting to implement some new habits, I have a free habit guide, details in the caption, that show you how to put one in place that makes it stick. And the next thing that brings me a lot more joy is spending time outside. Here in Texas, it kind of gets out of the 90s and 100s, so it gets a lot more pleasant to be outside. I'm getting back to pickleball. I plan to take some lessons, so maybe I can beat Brady finally. We're gonna have time out here watching football. Brady's gonna grill more. We're gonna spend more time outside. And this is usually the season where I get back into running. I really like running outside better than a treadmill. And frankly, the summer's just too hot. So I'm getting outside. I'm enjoying walks more outside. It really is a mood lifter when you can get out and see the leaves changing if they change in your area, just feeling that crisper air. So how can you spend more time outdoors? Now, this next habit I don't have nailed down perfectly. I am a work in progress, but I'm constantly being intentional about doing this, and that is truly having a day of Sabbath. Now, I love this book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Mark Comer. He talks about that restlessness that we all feel, and we try to fill that void with lots of things that aren't really lasting. But he says the word Sabbath comes to us from the Hebrew Shabbat. The word literally means to stop. The Sabbath is simply a day to stop. Stop working, stop wanting, stop worrying, just stop. Doesn't that sound heavenly? But it's hard to do. But this past Sunday, I really got to experience how great it feels. We went to church and then we went to brunch afterwards, came home, took a Sunday afternoon nap because the kitchen was all clean because I've been keeping it clean. I didn't have any chores to do. And then I went and visited a friend and then came back and I got to snuggle up on the couch and watch a fall Hallmark movie. It was heavenly. I didn't pick up my phone to scroll. I didn't feel like I needed to do something. I will say I did feel a little uncomfortable at first because I was like, I'm not used to just doing nothing. But it really felt good. And Monday morning, I woke up feeling much more refreshed. So I challenge you, when's the last time you had 24 hours to just stop? Maybe you do it Saturday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. Find that time in your week where you can just slow down and just be. I promise you, you're going to feel that energy and peace and calm that we've all been chasing. If you're still looking for some of those habits that really make midlife your best life, then you'll want to watch this video here where I give you 10 habits that I'm never quitting so that I age better and stronger.